Hi everyone, this is Tanya here with the Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I am on here to do my Oh So Inspired collab that is hosted by Alicia. Her channel is called Call Me Crafty Owl, and she is an awesome person. She is hosting the Oh So Inspired collab, and for the month of July, I'm going to show you guys what the inspiration piece we had to follow. This inspiration piece that we had to follow was a blog piece, and this piece comes from the name Emma Williams, and her blog is called That's Life, and you can find it here. I will also place a link so you guys can take time and read up upon it, and I'm going to show you what Emma created. So Emma Williams made this beautiful tag, and the tag is basically talking about the piece here, and it says let it fly away. And this is one of the pieces that she created. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you guys to be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, I think that's good right there. Okay, so look at how beautiful the colors are on this piece. So she created this beautiful tag with all these beautiful butterflies. I love how this tag, for one, I love butterflies. So that made it really easy for my inspiration piece that I created. And one of the things I like is how vibrant the colors are on the butterflies, as well as how she used the teacup in this piece. And one of the other things that I really admired is the background of this tag, how it's distressed on the side, as well as how some of the areas on the card, the specs on the card, or the tag here, is raised. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love the little embellishment using the spoon. This was really beautiful, and I was inspired to create my own tag as well. So let's go ahead and show you some of the different things that I use to create my piece. Alright, so one of the things that I used to create my piece was this tag here. This is the tag that I used. I used a vanilla tag, and this tag here, I stamped these images out. I layered my flowers by embossing them, and then I also used this image right here, which is by Dollhouse, and it's a LDRS stamp, and I love this stamp. It's a Little Darlings rubber stamp. And this is the stamp set that I use. I'm so happy I was able to pull this stamp set out. I have been wanting to use this for a very long time. If you guys are interested in purchasing this stamp, I actually purchased this stamp on ldrscreative.com. So I will place that information in the description box as well, so you guys can head over there and check out what they have available as far as craft items. I've mentioned that website before in the past, and it is really awesome. You guys can find a lot of wonderful craft things on that website for inexpensive prices. Go back and definitely visit my hauls when I got some of the dollar stamps on their website. Really amazing. And let me go ahead and show you some of the other different things that I used to create my piece. I also used my Distress Oxide inks here. These are the colors that I chose to go with: Salty Ocean, Pick Raspberry, Fossilized Amber, and Vintage Photo. I love the Distress Oxides. I watercolored my piece using those. That's one of the beauties of having that. And then I also use this punch right here by Martha Stewart. So this is one of the pieces that I use right here. And I love, this is one of my favorite punches. I love it. And I'm going to show you how it works. So let me just bring the camera down just a little bit here. So basically this punch right here is a Martha Stewart punch. And you have two latches, one that's filled, that's completely whole, and then one that's open. So I'm going to show you why this is so important to create. This layered punch is really awesome. I've had this layered punch for a very long time. So I'm actually going to go ahead and punch this out right now. So it takes one punch for the first one because it punches out whole right there. So I'm going to put the camera down so you guys can see that. So it punches that out whole that you see is on that latch right there. And now I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to go ahead and punch out the other part in black. Now this one here, you got to press a little bit harder. I always like to flip my punches over when I do it. So I'm going to press, and then hit one click, and you want to hear a second click. And then all these little pieces are going to fall out here. I'm going to go ahead and put them in my hand so you can see what I'm talking about. You see all the little pieces there? That's the other pieces there. And so basically you get two pieces. You get a whole piece when you punch with the first punch one time, and then if you punch twice, moving that little latch on this punch right here, you get this piece here. So I like to layer these pieces is basically what I normally do. So I basically just place it on top right here. And look how beautiful. And I usually adhere it with glue or either sticky, some type of sticky bond in the center right here. And then I go back and I embellish it usually with a white gel pen. And then I usually raise this part. And you can also take this black punch and punch it out twice. And then you can put on the other side, and that makes a really beautiful effect as well. So that's how I was able to create that. I'm going to show you how that was used in my project. All right, and then I've talked about these many times as well. These right here are my pearlettes. I love these right here. These are my pearlettes powders. And as I've talked about these before, these come in a range of colors here. Array of colors, not a range. And I have a lot of them in here. It's about, I want to say it's about 20 in here. And so that's what I have. Well, actually, I think it's 12. It's 12, and then I have some pearlettes in here. Yeah, that's what I have. So I have those, and I use those in my project as well. And then, of course, you guys know my favorite thing to use in my projects is glossy accents. So that's one of the things that I definitely used in this project. So I also use this right here, the Stampiness embossing powder. This is awesome. I got this from Joann's a while back, and I have been excited about using this. But let me tell you something. Using this right here is not like your other powders. One of the things that I learned with this this Frantic embossing powder, your other embossing powders you can use on top of your project, meaning you can pour it directly on top and blow with the heat gun on top, right? Let's say if I had a heat gun in my hand. Now with this right here, you actually have to still put on top of your project, but you're going to actually take the heat gun and blow underneath. Because if you blow on top, it's going to blow all the Frantic embossing powder away. So keep that in mind if you ever purchase this, because you don't want to lose this expensive product. It's a really awesome project to have on hand because it's just absolutely gorgeous. It adds a lot of beautiful elements to your project. But just make sure you use your heating tool underneath your project instead of blowing it on top, because it will blow it away. So keep that in mind. Again, this is the piece that I started out with. But I actually stamped this, and then I looked at it and I changed my mind about it. I love this piece. So I'm going to hang on to it for future reference. But I decided to go ahead and I'm going to show you my finished piece. This is my finished piece. So here we go. This is the piece that I created. This is my tag. That's how I use this, everything that I pretty much just showed you. And that's what I have here. And that's the butterflies there. And I also use my Spectrum Glitter Noir pen. I love that pen. I've also talked about that in other videos as well. And you can see some of the Frantic embossing powder, what I was saying about how the gold and everything is on the hair, and some of the specks are also on the top of the tag. And this is raised, and I love it. And then I see all the shimmer within the flower. I'm going to pick this up and just turn it around so you guys can kind of see. Look at all that shimmer. That's from the Spectrum Noir glitter pen that I've talked to you guys about. And I also put some in the butterflies as well. It has some sparkle in the wings there. And then I also added glossy accents to the wings. I know you guys can see that glare. That's where the glossy accents went. That was to seal in the Pearlettes powders that I just shared with you guys. But I love these specks. I was inspired to do those specks because of the specks that was on this inspired piece right here. That's how I was able to get that effect. And I've had these for quite some time, and I've been wanting to use them. And this was the perfect opportunity to pull this out, as well as get a chance to play around with this stamp set again. So I have really enjoyed making this project. And this is the piece that I decided to go with. And I wanted to create something that was butterfly related, just like the piece that we was inspired by. But at the same time, I wanted to make it my own. And so I had a ton of fun. And as you see, the background and everything that you see was watercolored. And I had the world of fun. And you see the butterflies that I was saying about the white dots. And these are the pieces that I cut from that punch that I just shared with you all. So you see that here. And then it's just layered on top here. So that's how I got that. I just wanted to show you guys. And then I lifted mine up, as you can see. I have so much fun doing that. I love working with butterflies. All right. So if you guys could, go ahead and make sure you check out the description box down below to see all the other collaborators, because they have worked so hard on their projects as well. And I will have their names and links at the bottom, so make sure you definitely click on there and go show them some crafty love. I want to thank Alicia for having this collab. I've been having so much fun, and I've really been challenging my my art abilities to step out the box and try different things that I've never tried before. And it's really challenging my art skills, and I'm loving that. So I want to thank you again for that. And then also make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of Memory Lane Keepsakes, as well as give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments and let me know how you was inspired by the piece that I shared with you, as well as by seeing my piece. And also click the bell for notifications so you could be notified when new videos come out. And as always, I appreciate you guys taking out time to watch my video. This is Tanya with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and one last look at my project. Have a wonderful crafty day. Bye-bye.